Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I don't have any makeup on right now because I'm going to do a 5 first impressions, and one of them is the new shades from Milani for their Conceal and Perfect. I got the lighter shade instead of the one that I did before, which was really orange. So I have 5 things and we are just going to see how they do throughout the day. So let's get into it. Alright, so if you have kind of been watching my videos for a while, I put it in one of my favorites and hateds video, and I did not like this foundation mainly because of the shade, but it did do okay during the day. It did get kind of oily, but I'm going to try it again in a different shade this time. And I have 00, and I think before I had just like 01. So yeah, so I already do have my moisturizer and the primer on. I have it's kind of like a mattifying cream, so it makes it not so oily. And then I just have my regular, the Maybelline Master Prime on for blur and smooth. So yeah, so I pumped some out on the little thing that I use, and one half will be with a sponge and then with a brush, and we will see which side I like better.
You stole my heart of gold after my silver soul. Can you dig any deeper now? I gave you all I own, put you on this golden throne, but I'm a little stronger now.
So this side is with a brush and this side is with a sponge, and honestly they look pretty similar. Yeah, the sponge definitely took away some of the coverage, but the brush kind of looks kind of streaky, so I think I will do a second layer since a lot of my acne and stuff is still showing. I'll probably just go over with a brush and then smooth it out with the sponge to see if that works better.
Promises, you know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now.
Alright, so that is what it looks like with a second layer, but I will have to go in with some concealer and just like spot conceal some spots that aren't doing so hot, but I'm going to put on my concealer and do all that, and I will be right back. Alright, up next is actually something I bought off Wish, and it's this little like fan brush for highlights, so I thought I would just see how this goes, and if not, I can always just use one of my normal like brushes for highlight. But yeah, it seems kind of like flimsy, there's not really much bristles. So we will see how this goes. I'm going to use one of the highlights that are kind of a bit more, at least noticeable, so we'll just use this one because it's really pigmented, and hopefully this will work. So I'll just run it through the top ones because I don't really use the bottom ones because they're too dark. Alright, so it applied, but it applied in a straight line. So I would say don't buy the fan brushes off Wish. I actually did buy another brush off Wish, which is this more fluffy one. So definitely go for one of these and not one of these. Alright, now that my highlight and everything for the face is on, I am going to use the Dream Street palette from Colorpop and Kathleen Lights. It just looks like that. I did swatch a few shades, but we are going to go in on the eyes, and they are already primed and everything, so they are ready. Okay, I'm going to go in with this blending brush from Scone, and we are just going to take the orange shade and blend it into our crease.
So strong now.
I think I'm going to go for more of a halo eye today, so we are going to take this next brown shade, and I think it is called Shooting Star. crease is kind of like that, I'm going to take a smaller like fluffy brush, and this one's from Coastal Scents. It just came in like one of those like 30 sets, and it's just a smaller fluffy brush, and I am going to take probably this dark navy blue, and I think that one is in the shade Water Bearer. So it is looking a bit rough right now, but I'm going to go in with a lot of blending and kind of blend it a little bit upper in the crease. Alright, I'm going to take this small flat brush and put the shade Elfish right there, and I'm going to put that one also in the crease and just pat it on the outer edges.
Too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out, 'cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets.
So what I did was I just took some of the Water Bearer and I patted it on the outer edges, and then I took Elfish and I just kind of blend that into the crease. So now I'm going to take Shooting Star in the corner again and just kind of blend the crease out and make it look nice. Okay, so the eyes are looking like this. I'm going to take the shade Moony, which is this pinkish kind of white, and I'm going to highlight with it. And then for the middle, I'm going to take this shade, which is Kaleidoscope, and just pat it on the middle. I'm going to use this little brush and spray it with some Fix Plus. Alright, so that is what the top eye look looks like. I'm going to do the bottom lash line, and the only shades I'm going to take are Shooting Star, I'll take Water Bearer, and then right in the middle I'll put this, the Kaleidoscope shade. So that is the eye look. I did take my Urban Decay 24/7 eye pencil in the waterline. It's in the shade Perversion, which is the black shade. And now that that is done, we are going to move on to the next item, which is the Maybelline Master Precise ink pen liner, and it's in the shade Black, which is 110. And so we are going to see if that can work on this. Alright, so that is what the tip looks like. It looks really kind of weird. So we are just going to line my eyes and try to do a wing. The liner was actually really tricky to try to get on, so since it's like so long and it is kind of flimsy, it was kind of hard to get the nice point because it did start to dry out at the very tip. So yeah, and So the last product that I am going to try out is actually from Urban Decay, and it's their Meltdown Makeup Remover, so that will be at the end of the night. So just an overview of how everything is doing so far. I do like how the foundation is looking. I do not like this brush at all. I think it was a waste of money. The palette looks really nice, and I do like the shades. This eyeliner, we will see how it lasts throughout the day, because initially I don't care much for the application since it did take a little bit for me to do. And we will see how that Meltdown Makeup Remover works at the end of the night, so I will see you guys later. Alright, so it is the end of the night. It's around 10 o'clock-ish. I left my phone in the other room. I will show you guys later tonight how this makeup remover worked, and I will just come back on, but let's just go over the main 4 stuff, and then I will do that one right after this. So the foundation, honestly, I don't really like. It's kind of like doing that weird thing where it like scrunches up in the areas where I get oily, so it's all kind of like patchy there, weird. On my cheeks and stuff it looks nice still, but on my T-zone it looks pretty bad, so I will maybe try this with different primers or something, but maybe it's just not like an all-day kind of foundation. It was just kind of alright, and it didn't really cover up my acne spots, so yeah, I probably, once I run out of this, will not repurchase, and maybe see if a friend would like it better. Alright, the next thing is this Dream Street palette from Kathleen Lights and Colorpop, and I really like it. There is no creasing, and the pigment was really good, so I am definitely going to continue to use this, obviously, but it's only $16, and I think that's a pretty good deal. I do like the shades, and I do like how they last. Okay, up next is this Maybelline Master Precise kind of eye pencil. So far there isn't any smudging or any of that, and there isn't any collecting on the inner corners where it could like bleed and get weird. So just besides how I don't really care much for that felt tip, it's kind of weird and floppy, I do like how it lasted, so I am definitely going to try to learn how to use this better because I do like the formula. Alright, and as I said earlier, this brush, don't like it, skip it. It's just not worth the $1 or $2 that I paid for it, so I would just pass on this weird fan brush from Wish. But as I said earlier, get the more fluffy rounded brush. This one is really good. Alright, so I am back the next day because I went to bed and forgot to film about this product, the Meltdown Makeup Remover. I don't like it, just in general. It was really like oily and it left like a weird film on my face, and then it did sting my eyes. So I did it both ways, the way they recommend where you spray it into a cotton pad, but doing that I used like half of the damn bottle, and so yeah, that's not, no. And then I just sprayed it on my face, which worked a lot better because I just let it sit there for a little bit, but it just kind of left this weird oil residue, and it didn't remove my makeup as well as I would have liked. It did take like 4 times of me spraying it, so in general I don't like that product, so I would not recommend buying the full size. Alright guys, that is the end of this video. If you want to see more content from me, don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next one. Hey, oh, what you doing? You just want me to hold you? Hey. Where's from? Why are you licking me?